Let's take a look at what this code interpreter plugin is. This plugin might ease your data science workflows if you are working on data engineering or building supervised machine learning models. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we can do and how code interpreter can be enabled in ChatGPT. So in your ChatGPT, go to settings from the bottom left corner. Once the settings are open in the beta features, you should see the code interpreter showing up now. And from there, you can easily enable the plugin. But one thing to remember is that it is not a regular plugin, it is an alpha plugin. Once your plugin is enabled, go back to the screen and we need to have a dataset, and I am going to take the dataset from a kaggle. Here is the link to the dataset which I am using. It is basically a LinkedIn job dataset which talks about some 7,000 rows and 15 columns, and these are some of the columns present inside the dataset. You just have to download this CSV file and extract its content in your local system. Once your code interpreter plugin is enabled, you will see a symbol for uploading the file here. Click on it and then browse to the file where you have saved it and then upload it into your ChatGPT. But you should remember that you have to upload the CSV file. Once my file is uploaded, now I am going to ask it some questions. So the first question I am going to ask is, can you explain the data to me so that I can decide what I can do with this data? So while running, you will see that it will be using the code interpreter, and you will see that it has provided me the data. But if I move upwards and view the working, you can easily see, if you guys have used the data science, it is clearly visible that pandas is the Python library which is used to load data from any CSV file, and they are doing the read CSV, which is our input file. And then it's doing a head which displays the first 10 lines of the output, and it got the data fields which we have in our file, which is the job ID, job location, company ID, company name, work type, and number of employees, number of applications posted, alum hired, person linked, and all other data that potentially a company might use, right? So once I got all the data, after that I would be interested in asking, what are the trends that does this data set indicate and how we can visualize this data. So I am going to ask it, can you tell me the descriptive statistics of the data and also create some basic charts and graphs that help me visualize what is in it and any patterns it may contain. Okay, so the input data looks good. So firstly, it is showing me the graphical representation of the top 5 job posting locations, and from the graph you can easily see the value of the maximum number of postings as well as the city from where the maximum number of jobs were posted. After that, it is displaying us a graph showing the top 5 companies posting the jobs. So you can easily see from the graph the company name and the number of jobs that were posted by each company. Then it is showing us the work type distribution. The work type is divided as a remote, on-site and hybrid, but the most common work type distribution is on-site with 42.1%. Then it is showing a graphical representation of top 5 full-time remote distribution, and it is showing that the mid-senior level has the most number of job postings. Then it is also giving me some descriptive analysis of the graphs that we just saw earlier. Now I am going to ask another question. The question will be, does the dataset have any outliers? And in response to my question, it has given me a box plot. And the box plot is showing the distribution of the number of applications per job posting in the dataset. The line inside the box represents the median of the dataset, whereas the box itself represents the interquartile range, which is a range between the first quartile 25th and the third quartile, which is the 75th. The whiskers extend to the smallest and the largest values within 1.5 times the interquartile range. Any points that lie beyond the whiskers are considered outlier in this scenario. So you can see that it has given us data related to our dataset in the form of visual statistics as well as descriptive statistics. And it has also identified the outliers present inside the dataset. Similarly, you can use it for other type of statistics as well. So this is how you can use the Code Interpreter ChatGPT Alpha plugin.